Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now December 10th of 2021, and ever since the very end of The Mandalorian Season 2 and The Bad Batch, there's no denying the fact that a lot of fans have been very excited for what Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni recently established at the very end of Mando, by introducing characters like Luke Skywalker, Ahsoka Tano, Bo-Katan, and others out there. That's really going to be used as pretty much an ensemble cast in the new Star Wars Mandalorian series, such as Season 3 and Season 4, as well as other TV shows that are going to connect to all of this. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. I do post a couple of entertaining things from time to time and interact with you guys further. So, the real exciting thing is that we're not only getting closer to the Boba Fett series on December 29th, but we're also getting closer with, of course, Star Wars Celebration. That's going to debut in May of 2022. We got about a half a year until we're going to be getting loads of new Star Wars TV show announcements, new Star Wars movie announcements, and also getting to know more about the future Star Wars lore, be it books, novels, comics, and video games. That's all going to tie directly together. And given that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, they do have a lot of control over the lore of Star Wars since they got their promotions over at Lucasfilm, I have no doubt in my mind that they're going to really be able to nail it with Star Wars. So, moving on from all of this, alright, one major thing that Jon, George, and Dave are indeed planning has something to do with really using a big aspect from Return of the Jedi for one of the brand new Star Wars TV shows and exactly what's really happening with this new universe at large. So, we already know that they are planning a lot of retcons, but they're also planning a lot of refilming or remaking of scenes from the original trilogy movies by George. So, with both Disney and Lucasfilm now focused on their new Star Wars universe with shows like Ahsoka and Kenobi for starters, both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are getting prepared to make big announcements at Star Wars Celebration 2022. However, it's described that currently both George, Jon, and Dave are preparing something significant for the new Star Wars shows that will indeed create a big adjustment for the original trilogy. Now, it's described that what they are planning to refilm and remake multiple scenes from Return of the Jedi for the third season of Star Wars Andor that is going to serve as the finale of the series in 2024. The plan by Lucasfilm is to jump ahead well after Andor's death to feature a character that will pick up the legacy of Cassian Andor during his battle over, of course, the forest moon of Endor. It's described that the character is going to be a pilot that belongs to the Rebellion and was a young adult who grew up with Cassian. Lucasfilm is planning to actually remake the entire battle sequences for the Battle of Endor, both in space and on the surface of the forest moon. Luke Skywalker is also set to return to have multiple scenes in the new Star Wars Andor series for its third season that will feature a brand new take of Luke burning his father's suit that once belonged to Darth Vader. This entire scene is planned to be done in a surprising and exciting way that will actually really take care of course, in a respectful manner. It's described further that for Andor Season 3, they are planning to recast Luke Skywalker and how he will be done by an actor instead of the use of CGI, like how it was done in Mando Season 2. Additionally, other scenes that will actually be refilmed involve the moment the Falcon escapes the explosion of the second Death Star. Lucasfilm will be giving fans the Imperial perspective of their defeat, showing the fans what the Empire felt when the second Death Star exploded. The addition of the Inferno Squadron in live-action form will also be added in from the Battlefront video game, with a live-action version of Hayden Versio set to be a big part of the remaking of the Battle of Endor. With some Luke Skywalker scenes already planned to be remade from Return of the Jedi, Disney is also preparing to remake the moment in which the Executor Star Destroyer crashes and explodes, and will be using both old footage and brand new footage to recreate that moment in the actual movie. Now, they are also planning to make this version of the Battle of Endor massive and very action-packed, not to forget also very lengthy of a battle in both space and on the ground. Ewoks are also set to return, and George Lucas will be assisting with the entire process of the remaking as it combines both old old, new, and already existing canon from video games such as Battlefront. Jon Favreau is aware that some fans may dislike this, which is why they are going to be spending multiple years on this remaking to make it perfect before it reaches the light of day during holiday 2024. Bob Chapek wants to also make sure to use some of the original themes from the original trilogy that will be used during the new Battle of Endor scene. So here is the real major deal about this, is the fact that they are going to be combining a lot of aspects from the Battlefront 2 video game, as well as some of the existing Star Wars lore, using also old footage and mixing it in with the new, using some of the older soundtracks as well to really kind of give it that classic original trilogy feel, and I really do respect that, I do. Now, we've talked about this here and there for the past number of weeks now, what they're planning to do for the final season of Star Wars Andor for 2024. I gotta say, I mean, I'm not quite sure if this is really necessary, but I'm pretty excited. I'm actually pretty thrilled over the fact that they are going to be remaking this in a respectful way. It's not out of spite or anything like that. It's not for anybody to kind of just do this because they want to wreck George's vision. If anything, they want to add on and kind of give different perspectives of the Battle of Endor sequences. The thing that I think I'm most excited for is the fact that they are planning to refilm the moment Luke is watching over Darth Vader's burning suit on Endor. And there is a reason as to why they're going to be refilming that. It's most likely that they will be showing us what exactly Luke was going through somebody's perspective. It could very well be a new character or an already established character that is watching Luke in isolation burning Vader's suit and helmet. It's very well likely it could be something around those lines to give it a reason as to why they would refilm that sequence and not just doing it for the sake of doing it. So obviously, I think that the fact that George Lucas is assisting with this, that's also something to be very confident over. The fact that we have John and Dave dragging in a lot of the fan favorite Star Wars lore, that's another thing to be excited for as well. You know, the fact that they are using the original soundtracks in order to really kind of give it that original taste, you know, the original trilogy tone, if you will, to really kind of do that, that's another thing to look forward to as well. So overall, you know, I think that what they're ultimately trying to achieve here is that they're trying to take elements from Star Wars Legends, because they will be incorporating some legends that had something to do with the Battle of Endor that was added on. That's going to also be dragged in to Andor Season 3 for 2024, mind you. And I think that's another thing to really kind of keep in mind here, is the fact that they are also combining Star Wars Legends with the old, the new, and the existing canon from Battlefront 2. That's going to show us Inferno Squadron in live action. It's going to show us Hayden as well. It's going to show us a lot of new characters in place of all of that. So with that, you know, looking back at all of this, the fact that they are really kind of going above and beyond to remaking, you know, multiple scenes from Return of the Jedi, that is honestly something I can understand why some fans are concerned over this and why some fans feel it's unnecessary. I can see that. But at the same exact time, this is going to give fans a different vision of what's really happening with the Battle of Endor for different characters and what's going on with the Imperial perspective of things. That's also going to be quite, you know, interesting to see. So overall, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.